Every phenomenon in the natural world has its birth in the spiritual world. Of this truth, however, men are ignorant, and mistaking shadow for substance, they give credit when credit is not due. No man, for example, should be considered superior to another unless he proves his superiority by reducing to a science some phenomenon hitherto unexplained. Before musical sounds were reduced to a science, they were simply phenomenon. People could sing, but he who sang best was not entitled to more praise than any other, for he sang ignorantly. To him only was credit due who reduced musical sounds to a science. The same is true with regard to disease and its cure. The world is full of sickness arising from various causes. The phenomena are in the natural world, while the causes originate in an invisible world. Medical science, being based on opinions, is confined to the natural world, where the causes of disease are supposed to arise. This is not the case with the science by which I cure. By a clairvoyant faculty, I obtain a knowledge of disease which cannot be obtained through the natural senses. This being imparted to the patient changes the direction of his mind and affects the cure. In other words, the explanation of the disease is its cure. I will state a case for illustration. A person calls on me for examination. We sit down together. No questions are asked on either side. I have no knowledge of the patient's feelings through my natural senses. After placing my mind upon him, I become perfectly passive, and the patient's mind, being troubled, puts me in a clairvoyant state. As I retain my natural senses, I am, it is evident, in two states at once. The history of his trouble, together with the name of his disease, I now relate to the patient. This constitutes the disease, and the evidences in the body are the effect of his belief. Disease, according to my theory, does not reach to the natural senses. I cannot, therefore, explain to the well my mode of treatment. The well take no interest in it, for to them my theory is of no use. Then of what use, it may be asked, is it to the sick? It gives the sick such confidence in themselves that they are not frightened by opinions of disease, for disease itself is an impudent opinion. Guided by it, I throw off the feelings of the sick and impart to mind my own, which are those of perfect health. The explanation I make destroys their disease. I am to the sick as a captain to his crew. When storms arise, dangers thicken, and destruction seems inevitable. He understands his business, has confidence in himself, inspires the crew with his own spirit, and finally brings the ship safe into port.